All right, all right, all right. Welcome again to the Lions Den. I feel like we were just here yesterday. Wait a minute. I guess we were here yesterday, right? But I am definitely excited for today's AMA. Unless you've been hiding under a rock, I'd like to say this project that we're going to have today, Amino Rewards, has literally just blanketed the space. I guess you could say. I mean, everywhere you turn, every post. Uh, you see, I go to my news feed usually early in the morning when I wake up here in the US, and it's just AMO, AMO, AMO all over the place. It's, the Drew, founder, CEO of Amino Rewards, he is no ghost to the space, very well known, very, very driven, crypto driven guy. Owns multiple businesses. I'm going to let him get into the nitty gritty here in a quick second. We do have him up here on the panel as well as the CEO founder of the main token. Scott, how you doing today, brother?
How you doing, bro? Yeah, nice one for introducing everyone, and it's a pleasure to have you here, Drew. How you doing, bro? Yeah, nice one for introducing everyone, and it's a pleasure to have you here, Drew.
Pleasure to talk with you guys.
Yeah. Definitely. We definitely appreciate you taking some time and coming here to the Lions Den today, Drew, and in sharing Amino with us. Just some of the things that Drew's been able to accomplish so far with just a short period of time that the project's actually launched, and then the backstory of the project itself. Just the time and dedication and devotion this guy has put in to the project, and then not to mention, let's go ahead and just and plus one him for the just the whole Dream Labs ecosystem, right? I like to compare Dream Labs with Maine. It's one of those things to where that you can put your money in and you don't have to worry about some shady things happening later on down the line. As far as waking up and feeling like you got to check the charts every 5 minutes. A lot of these plays obviously are long term. It is more of a marathon than a sprint, right? So I, for one, am extremely excited. Not to mention that I am a holder of a couple of the Dream Lab ecosystem projects, right? So definitely, I'm excited here. Now, Drew, if you've got a few minutes, did you just want to give us maybe a quick background story of you? And I've heard this a couple of times from you. Always a pleasure listening to you talk and things like that. But for those of us in the room that maybe don't know you or know your background, do you mind giving us a little backstory about that at all?
Yo, sorry. Can you hear me now? I might connection.
Yeah, I could hear you. You were a little choppy at first, but it seems like you're coming through okay now.
Now, really went through the whole journey. I mean, I got into crypto through what I call shit coins. I mean, coins with little utility, a lot of false promises that I was an investor in, and got screwed on a few, and all of them are dead now from 2 cycles ago. And really learned a lot about the blockchain and took my general tech experience. I started my career just as I've always been a diehard entrepreneur, founding Web2 tech businesses, mostly in the sports betting and online gaming spaces, and really applied a lot of what I learned there and to crypto now, and have learned a lot about the blockchain, and I'm just super sold on the need for it and how innovative it can be to some of these businesses. So my focus now is only on very long term real businesses where everyone can win, because on all the crypto tokens that don't really have real utility or a business backing them, it's basically like a greater fool theory where you just need to find somebody who is going to pay more money for it that you can basically dump on, and it's just not fun in the end when you're always have to be worried about like monitoring charts and always worried, is this going to rug or is this going to totally crash, and it's just not really fun. So I'm trying to only work on things where everyone can win and it's real businesses backing it, because from everything I've learned, the only way to actually have your token do well in the long term is to make a lot of revenue and actually buy the tokens yourself on the open market.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what always it makes me so excited about you, Drew. More than anything, honestly, about you being in control, obviously CEO of the Dream Labs, the whole organization here, I guess you could say, right? Is that Drew has a business background? Okay, so what does that mean? What does that mean? That means that the guy is competent, right, of handling funds, large amount numbers of funds, right? I mean, he is skilled when it comes to running a business, the inner workings of a business, and that's what excites me, more than anything about the Amino rewards, because it actually is a business. I mean, with they have this. Now, Drew, do you want to tell us a little bit about this thing that you have going on, to where when you go and you're able to get discounts from just, I mean, huge. I was on there because Virgil, who's a big supporter of Dream Labs, right? He was on one of our spaces, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, and he was speaking about Poof for a second. And I see some of his posts as well about how you can go and you can get discounts from like Nike, all types of different stores that you're able to go in and get these discount for. And like, I mean, this is obviously no easy thing to do, to have, like, line up with all of these different big box, big brands, all over the world, to where, and actually, as you said right now, I know that this is just in the United States, but obviously plans in the future to branch out. But like, did you want to go over a little bit about that and tell us, how that all works and whatnot?
Yeah, for sure. First things first, so I think this is more of a personal space with me as opposed to like an official Amino reward space, because we're talking about Dream and other stuff. I think some people here who are even investors in Amino might not know what that is. So basically that's my incubator. I'm not. You don't have to worry. I'm not working on like a bunch of projects. We just have an ecosystem of projects we support, and they're all run by their own teams. There's only one other project that I really spend time on, and that's like a passion project metaverse game. I've just been building and have a whole separate team of developers for that. So it's not like I work on 5 different projects. My full focus is Amino, and then that just metaverse game, which is really a passion project for me and something that we have a team that's been working on for a long time in the background. And Dream is just like a tokenized fund. So we have exposure to all these projects, we incubate them, have help on Dream too. So just by working on Amino, really working on that. So that's kind of the structure. You can check us out at dreamlabs.io. And yeah, if there's a project that thinks that they would be a good candidate, we can assist with everything along the way, with funding, um, coming up with the idea and improving it, development, and community building. So that's just a bit of background on what these guys are talking about. But yeah, Amino is definitely the most impressive thing I've ever done personally, and just so much work to get to where we are, and also bring in the right people. The way that I pulled off the shop, my co-founder, his name's Bruce Silkoff. He's like king of loyalty. He's been in the business for 30 plus years. He has run loyalty programs for all the big banks in Canada, like huge programs with airlines and casinos and credit card companies, and exited his business in 2017, signed a 3-year non-compete, which is now over, and he got into blockchain during that time. So he's super bullish on the blockchain, and he's always envisioned a loyalty program that's powered by blockchain tech. And now was the time to do it. So it just like it was all meant to be. I mean, Amino started as a move to earn, and then we never launched that because we realized the business was not strong enough, and move to earn is proven to fail on its own. So I approached him with this idea, like, let's convert the move to earn. We have the users, we have some sports teams interested, and we can really do something special here. Let's turn it into a full loyalty play. and he loved it and joined not only as an investor but co-founder and leveraged all of his connections. So I went and hired his whole team from his past loyalty business, and they already had all the relationships with the retailers and knew exactly what to do. I didn't want to, like, the Amino Move app we built in house, and there was experimenting there. It always takes longer than you think. You burn a bunch of money on building features and figuring out how to do things. The shop was the total opposite. I just had his team build it, who had built 4 similar programs like this before. Um, they had a strict deadline, and everything was just delivered perfectly, exactly when they said it would be. And it also, we have somebody like a full-time employee who's, it's her job to only work with the retailers, and she has all these connections. So it's a combination of loyalty networks and then also going retailer to retailer. A lot of these loyalty, like, there's networks out there where the stores basically sign up to, and they just say, we're prepared to give this amount of cash back or affiliate fee. And once you get approved by those networks, you can just add the stores. So we do a bit of that to scale it up. But a lot of them, if you go to like Nike and you see that there's Amino rewards in the link from us, that's actually signed with them. We don't go through a loyalty network for that one. And that's good because we can keep them updated on what we're doing. If we can show the sales volume, we will be able to increase the rewards percentages and give you more cash back and make more money for ourselves. And also work closely with them to get special deals just for Amino members, which we're doing with Aloe, and have some other brands coming. But yeah, we started USA focused. I've made tons of mistakes over my career trying to do too much, being too ambitious. I've learned it's best just to set more realistic goals, even though these are still insane what we're pulling off. But I don't want to try to focus on the whole world right away because I think we would fail if we did that. So I'm based in North America. That's where most of our connections are. We're going to just start North American focused on the shopping and slowly roll it out worldwide.
Got it, man. I don't think some people, Drew, that some people understand the magnitude and the effort and just the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, if you'd want to say, that goes into something like this. Just being able to touch base with some of these, huge worldwide, even name brand. Companies that you guys are already affiliate with, right? You've got a lot of people in this space that go and they're like, well, we plan on doing this, and this is what we're hoping to do with this, and we have a partnership incoming with this. No, with Amino Rewards, I mean, you guys have already delivered so many different things that's come along in just the short amount of time that you guys have been building this, and to watch it come to life. I mean, I guess you've got to be over the moon as far as excitement is concerned, when it comes to Amino Rewards. Could you tell the crowd maybe, here in the space, if they were to purchase through, with this deal here, is there any benefits as far as purchasing through links? Let's, is said, with one of your partners here. Is there any rewards for members for doing that?
Well, first thing, yeah, you nailed it with like the delivery. I mean, we've all been a part of projects where it's huge promises and no delivery from the team, and you're in a there's a live token and everyone's just waiting. It's like, oh, this is coming, and then it's pushed back, and this is coming, and we have this partnership, and I think everyone is just sick of all the future stuff. Obviously, you need it, and you need some goals and things you're working on, but that was really important for me. I mean, I've gone too quickly before and been involved in projects where the token was launched prematurely, and it just usually ends badly if you're just relying on the hype to maintain you, keeping everyone waiting, and it's just not fun. So I took a lot of heat pre-launch for Amino. A lot of people who invested in the original private sale um, would go crazy and bug, and everyone thinks that they knew best and said, "Oh, you got to launch." But really, most of them were just thinking about themselves and trying to get their initial investment back and make money as quickly as possible. But I kind of blocked it all out and said, "Sorry, like, I feel badly, but this is my whole life on the line. I've put 100 times more money into this than anyone, and I mean, for most people, it's just another investment, which I don't take lightly. Of course, people like purchasing the token and supporting means a lot to me, and I always want to keep everyone happy. But this one, I just knew that I had to really put the work in to prove it was different. And instead of coming to everyone and saying like, "Oh, this is coming," it's like, no, it's already there. Go look at the San Francisco 49ers Twitter page. They've already tweeted us and announced a partnership. Go to shop.aminorewards.com. It's live. You can see it. Go shop and earn rewards. Go download the Amino Move app. There's already over 3 million people signed up. So I think it just set a different tone right out the gate. And um, I'm really happy with the decision to do that. And we still have so much to look forward to, but at least people can see how real it is. And we set the tone. So I'm really happy we did it that way. As for the shop, the whole idea is we get paid an affiliate commission from all the retailers. It averages about 5% on the big box retailers like a Nike, Walmart, Adidas. It's going to be a bit less because they don't really need the traffic. I mean, these are the biggest companies, biggest retailers in the whole world, doing billions and billions of dollars of sales a year. So it's not like if you have more of a mom and pop-ish type store, which we don't touch too much, but something that's a bit harder sell, maybe like a subscription base. If we're selling helping them sell a membership to an app or something, there's a lot more margin to play with. So it can be up to 30% that they're paying us, and we basically split that with the consumer in the form of cashback in our token. So we put the whole affiliate commission on our books as revenue. So if you spend $100 at Nike, $200 at Nike, and it's 2.5% commission, and we take $5, um, then it's we split that with you 60-40. So we'll give you $3. We take $2 for ourselves, but on a mass scale, when you have the goal is to have thousands and thousands of people doing their everyday shopping with us and flash deals and um, like why wouldn't you use it? I mean, all you have to do is click a link. You're going to shop at these stores anyways. Cashback programs are around for a reason, but the whole thing that's going to make us stand out is first of all crypto based, so you can earn our crypto instead of just a traditional point. We're going to make it so that you can easily swap your Amino into any other crypto. So if you're a Floki community member, you can just basically earn Floki tokens for doing your shopping. And then also, it's all about how we work with the retailers and get you special deals that you can't get anywhere else. Like if you go look at our Aloe Yoga partnership, there's an offer just for Amino members where you get a free trial, you get a 20% discount forever, and they're literally saying on their site, this is only for Amino. So imagine we can do that with the Nikes and Walmarts of the world where it's they love what we're doing, and there's an exclusive Amino offer where if on another cashback program you're only getting 1%, but for Amino members it's 3. Then you have a real value proposition. So that's what we're going with it.
You know that's pretty crazy though, because you are right about that, Drew. Like industry standards is usually 1% across the board, right? At least as far as my research is concerned, and I've done many of their reward programs for different big name companies and things like that. Because, like you said, why not, right? Like, I mean, if you're going to be here and you're going to be doing shopping, I mean, why not be rewarded for it at the end of the day? So that's huge that you guys are able to come, out and then offer the 3% like that, like you were saying. And then two, just to touch back on what you were saying previously as well, is that I, for one, can appreciate you it putting a lot of thought into just not jumping the gun, I guess you should say, and just putting it out there and letting it rip, right? Like there was strategic planning, obviously, what you said here, that was involved. And at the end of the day, we can't make everybody happy, right? That's just something that we're going to have to live with. But I think that you guys did a heck of a job with laying out the foundation and building it from the ground up, and then going into obviously launching and continuing, the progression that you guys are. Also, too, I mean, right in good time, right? Right here at which is Thanksgiving this week, Thanksgiving tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in the space here. Also, too, which huge coming up, we've got Black Friday, which is a very, very, very huge shopping day here in the United States, and is well followed by Cyber Monday now. That also is obviously an online huge shopping day as well. Scott, did you have anything? I saw you going to come up for a second.
Yeah, no, I was just saying how impressive it is. And obviously, yeah, with like the big retailers, the margins aren't going to be as big. But the thing is, if people start seeing that you're getting this sort of traffic, you're going to get so many people that want to join you. And like you said, the margins are going to be so much bigger. So honestly, hats off to you, Drew, mate. You are smashing it.
Yeah, thanks, man. One other thing that's really cool, since we have the token to play with, and this is part of the benefit of doing it with a token and actually using it to like benefit the program. Obviously, when you start a token, I mean, you print the initial supply of thin here. I mean, it is backed by the company and the utility, and also we actually take the profits from the business and buy back the token. We may do that on the open market to help sustain the rewards and more. But what we've been able to do, which is really cool, is put further incentives through the token. I mean, if it's okay to give away tokens, extra ones, if it's strategic as a marketing expense or with the goal of improving the business. It's not good to just give away tokens endlessly as rewards with no way to capture that value back. But if you see on the site right now for Black Friday, we are doing 10% boosts. So if you are in the USA, you can go to shop.aminorewards.com right now. And on Nike, Best Buy, Adidas, we're giving you an extra 10% from our own pocket. So you can actually get 10.3% cash back at some of these, 11% cash back, which is crushing any other program. And that's what we're able to do because we have the token. So it makes a lot of sense to give you these offers, get you comfortable with it, bring people in to try it out, and it's essentially turning them into believers and community members. And then, I mean, yeah, that's the name of the game. It's all about the perks. So pretty cool that we're able to do that and use the token strategically to drive that sales volume, start getting that initial traction. I can't imagine how cool this is going to be when it's worldwide. We have tons of users in India and Asia, and everybody shops. Every single person in the world is familiar with the Amazons, Walmarts, Nikes, and everybody shops. So if you can just get thousands of people, which isn't crazy for us. I mean, if another project that's just starting out is just throwing around these numbers and stuff, but when you look at what we've accomplished, the fact that we've already signed up over 3 million people on the Move app, which we will be converting, obviously these huge sports team partnerships, and already having all the brands, it's becomes a lot less like promises, and you have to take a risk kind of gambling if we can pull this off to more calculated because we've already delivered most of it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
honestly, bro, the way like you've grown, like I've been watching from the start, and it's absolutely amazing. Congratulations on hitting 5,000 holders. Also, I was just wondering, what sort of time frame are you thinking of to like, to bring in different countries to be able to use this system? I know you just said, you want to stay small for now, but like, for example, would you be able to implement it into the UK, or how will it work? Your mic's on mute, Drew.
Uh, so yeah, it's something keeps auto. One sec, I might have to leave and come back. All right, seems I'm okay now.
Yeah, I can hear you good now, bro. You're back on. Yeah, you're back on mute again, Drew.
These X spaces lately,
Yeah, man.
literally,
Yeah, we've been having a run of just issues lately with the X spaces, man.
Drew, you might want to leave and rejoin, bro, because it's still on mute.
Yeah, yeah, he may be having issues. Let's try to see if we can let's see if we can try to drop him down. and see if he's able to come back up. He could be in a dodgy spot right now. Just a quick update here, Scott. We're actually giving a $50 giveaway that's pinned up here in the nest. We also have the Amino shop also pinned up here in the nest, and it just gives you a brief overview of how that works and things like that. We've got Drew coming back up here, just having a little technical difficulties again today, I guess. I tell you, man, this thing has just been over and over and over again with different issues that we're having here in the space. Bear with us one quick second here. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. I see
Yeah.
that we have quite a few people in the room. Definitely. It's still showing that he's requesting for me. Let me see if I can try to get him back up again. Let's try to add him as a speaker this time and see if that's different from co-host. Here we go. We've got him back up. Drew, can you hear us okay now? Or are we still having issues?
It just says requested to me. It doesn't say as a speaker.
Yeah, it shows me as he's a speaker, but his mic keeps going on and off, is what it's showing to me. I think we're having issues again, man. Let's see. Let me see if I can try to add him again.
I think he left the space, and if he rejoins, sometimes you have to close the app off completely. To be honest, I think it's been on the last three spaces. There's been nothing but issues.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot of issues, and it's just so inconvenient with these things. Hey, this thing really needs to be sorted out sooner than later, to be honest with you. So here we go. We got him requesting again. Let's try it. It says Drew can now speak, but I can't. I'm not hearing him at all.
Just give it a minute, DBS. If not, you're gonna have to update the app, or he's going to have to update the app.
Yeah. My app's completely updated, bro. I always check that before we open up any type of space. I always make sure that the app's updated so I won't have any issues on my end, and my connection is 100%.
You can
So I think,
bring VR up as well because he speaks for Amino, doesn't he?
yeah. Is he here? Yeah, Virgil's in the building. I see him here. Let's invite him up too as well. Let's see. Okay, we got him. We got him requesting again. So let's try it again here. He's connecting.
That worked now? Can you hear
Drew.
me?
There you
Yeah.
go.
I can. Yeah, man. Welcome
All
back,
right.
Drew.
If
All
I
right.
get
Little
kicked
technical
again,
difficulty.
don't make me a co-host. Just bring me up as a normal speaker.
Yeah, got you, bro.
All right.
No
I'm on
problem.
Wi-Fi now. I don't know what it's dodgy, but
Gotcha.
yeah.
So, so, so I was asking, before we get into a couple of other things here, did you want to talk about the app and what that's about? And I know you've got tons of people that have downloaded and started to use that. Did you just want to give us a brief overview of the app and what you can do on that and whatnot?
Yeah, sure. So Amino started as a move to earn, like I said, and never launched as only a move to earn because the business is not something I believe in. I think that any project that has tried to just make money off it has failed. It's a great hype play, but I just have no interest in doing that. Like it's one thing to have a good token launch and generate interest. It's a totally other ball game to maintain it, grow the business, actually make money, and have everybody win 6 months later, 1 year later, 2 years later, and that. I mean, we've seen every other one fail. Maybe I could have given it a better shot just because of my real world connections and ideas to convert it, but I knew that I didn't want something where it was all promises and future stuff. So I was really important to make it a full loyalty program and get the shopping up right at launch, which we did. So the app is called Amino Move. That's available worldwide. You can download it on any app store. Just go search Amino Move on iOS or Android. And it's a fitness app. I think it's much more than Move to Earn. It's a hub for all of our community to go and compete in fitness challenges and get rewards for walking and running, and we're constantly adding to it. We're also adding ways to connect to some of our partners and earn more. We're really working hard to develop it and improve it. It's getting better every single month. I mean, at the beginning, lots of bugs, as with any new app. It's already less and less complaints, and we're doing some really cool things, like a challenge coming with the San Francisco 49ers. So basically, that's where the user base lives. It's very sustainable rewards. So we are giving out small amounts of ammo to all the participants every day to engage them, and the idea is to put shopping offers in front of them. And the idea is that we will make more money off those users than the amount of tokens we're giving out because of our affiliate commissions. So if we have a couple million people signed up to the Move app, if we can convert a few thousand of those to shoppers, and we're making $10 a month off of those users, it's plus EV. So that's the idea of what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah, definitely a total business just plus there. Basically, in layman's terms, is that you've got your guys and gals that are have downloaded and using the app itself, which, like you said, is no easy task. If anybody's ever been in that type of department to where that working with Google Play Store, from what I know, is a lot easier than working with the iOS app store. And it's really I mean, a hard thing to do when you're working and building these types of things. I don't think a lot of us is just consumers, you should say, just get onto these apps, right? And they're like, oh yeah, let's do this and let's do that. But some of them really don't understand the work that goes in to these apps. I mean, just with a little small update, from iOS or things like that, right, could easily just throw things out of whack to where that Drew and the guys have to get back in and reassemble some things in order for it to work, properly with a new update. So that itself is just a huge task as far as I'm concerned. Now, also, Drew, you've mentioned a partnership. Me being here in the United States, I'm a huge NFL fan, American football, for those in the room that may not know what that is. But yeah, did you want to talk about how did you come about being able to land something is huge, man, as the San Francisco 49ers? And also, was there any plans? I've heard some talk. I've heard you on other spaces hinting at things. I know, with agreements signed and things like that, you can't really go into extreme detail. But did you want to talk about how you came about getting the San Francisco 49ers, and maybe there any other professional sports team on the horizon for Amino Rewards?
Yeah, sure. Last thing on the Amino Move app, I just wanted to touch on. So we are a whole ecosystem of different utilities and apps, you could say, but it's very seamless. It is extremely important. I didn't want you to have to download 4 different apps. So really, you just download Amino Move. You sign up one Amino account, you get access to everything. The shop and catalog are websites. So you just load that through your Amino Move. Imagine you're doing your fitness stuff, you're just checking into Amino Move, and you see an ad inside your app for, hey, today only 5% boosts on all your Walmart purchases or Nike purchases. You just click that. It's going to open your web browser right in your app, and then you just do your shopping. So you don't need 6 different icons on your phone or anything. It's one Amino account, access to everything, and designed that way on purpose to make it seamless. So that's the first thing. With the sports teams, very long story and journey. I won't go into it all right now, but had some strong referrals to get that done. After the FTX thing, many major organizations and teams have horror stories, and they don't. As soon as they hear the word crypto, they just don't want to touch it because most of these teams are so rich and worth so much money. It's just not worth it for them, right? There's already so many sponsors paying a ton of money that they just don't want the risk. But we got very lucky. We got in with the Washington Commanders, who were struggling at the time, and they had a younger management who really wanted to learn about this crypto stuff and thing. So they were really interested. They'd actually reached out to Binance about helping them with NFT metaverse stuff, and I have a really good connection there who referred us. He's actually on the team at Amino now, so he had said, "Well, you should talk to the Amino guys; they can help." And um, rest is kind of history. We made a deal with them. They took us to the league. We came up with a whole strategy about saying that, like, focusing on the fitness aspects and the health, loyalty, nothing really about blockchain. And we were able to push that deal through. We also got super lucky that they went through an ownership change, and we were able to get out of that deal, which was way too expensive for what it was, because we had to sign that expensive deal to make it worth it for them to take us to the league. I was already having talks with the Eagles and the 49ers, thinking that they would be our next team, but we were able to get out of it and just went on a better deal with the 49ers. As soon as I announced that 49ers deal, every team started reaching out to us because they're just seen on a different level than the Commanders. Like, if you know anything about the NFL, Commanders are still a really reputable team because they used to be the Washington Redskins, which has a ton of history and were good 20 years ago. But the 49ers right now are like top three most relevant teams, serious Super Bowl contender right outside Silicon Valley. Everyone, I think, would agree that that's a top team, and that's like a wow factor. With the Commanders, it was more like, wow, you're partnered with an NFL team. Now it's like, wow, you're partnered with the San Francisco 49ers. That's crazy.
Yeah, but Drew, at the end of the day, man, that is absolutely freaking phenomenal, right? Like, I can only imagine the hoops and obstacles that that you had to jump through to get this deal. I mean, these guys are a world known brand. I mean, just to be able to affiliate your brand with an NFL team is just the magnitude is just mind blowing to me. This is something that other brands could only just dream of, right? Like, just thought of, like, oh, we have, let's set this product here. It would be so cool if we could get endorsed by an NFL team, which you guys have already locked in. And not to mention, with the San Francisco 49ers, you are correct. I mean, they're in the top five teams of the NFL right now. So I mean, that alone is just going to bring eyes. And like you said before, they've actually tweeted you guys out, because let's be honest, man, we've heard it 1,000 times in a space, with different projects saying that we have a partnership, insert public figure here, right? And then it's just a bunch of blah, 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 and little to be known that, that these guys are obviously just paid for a post or a tweet or whatever you want to call it nowadays, right? But it's just crazy how you guys have actually landed the deal. It's done. You guys are partners now. In like I said, it's only a dream that most brands could only imagine to accomplish, but you guys have actually did it. So my hats off to you, because like I said, they at the end of the day, these teams have a brand. That they will do anything and everything to protect, and for them to welcome you guys with open arms, I say that speaks more volume than anything that I've seen in this space thus far. So to me, that's just mind blowing, bro. I did bring Virgil up. Virgil, did you have anything that you want to add to the combo, bro?
Hey guys, actually, uh, I gotta tell. I mean, I'm sorry. Actually, I gotta take my daughter. She's got a track right now, so I'm just scooping out the door. So I'll tell you what. Once you guys keep on, let me get her in the car, and then I can come